Hi everyone. Is everything good? Audio, video, everything is fine? Okay, that's great. Hello Nikita. Hi Khushi. Hello Vimal. Hi Paras. So we are very excited for this orientation session, and we hope that you people are also equally excited. So as you know that in this session we will just walk you through that what are we planning for the coming session. Okay. So we already have very limited time, but we want to make use of this limited time in the best possible way that is possible. Sure. So let us just start with the very first thing, which is that who is going to teach you, right? So you already might be knowing Vishal, Pragati, Arpan. You already might be knowing with our earlier session, but still it is just good that you see them live, okay? And you can interact with them. So let us just start with the faculty talk. So we have Vishal here. Vishal, like as you, all of you knows that Vishal has done his MTech from IISc Bangalore and currently doing PhD at IIT Delhi, and he is also Google Fellowship Scholar. So yeah, welcome Vishal, and thanks for joining in. So Vishal, would you like to say something to the students?
Hey, hi everyone. So yeah, this is somewhat new to me as well, because I have been teaching operating system and the system sides of courses in Go classes for last 2 years, I guess.
Yes.
I was really excited to see that how I'll be teaching the subject that myself are trying to master in some sense, right? Uh, so it's very exciting for me as well. So after looking into the syllabus, we saw that yeah, it is covering the ML area and AI as a whole in a broadly also and in depth also. So what we plan to do, at least what I plan to do in this course, is to bring back the knowledge that I have learned when I was doing masters at IISc and try to distill that knowledge into you so that you can also understand how fun it is to work in machine learning, and hopefully that will help you in your gate journey as well. So yeah, looking forward to this sessions. Quite excited about it.
Yeah, that's great, Vishal. So, Vishal, the topics that we have, like I have one question. So, the topics
Yeah.
that we have in the Gate DA syllabus, are those
Hmm.
the topics that were like really useful when you were working at Amazon, or those are the topics which are not implementable, like something like that?
Uh, First of all, there is linear algebra, there is probability. That is like the bread and butter for uh, let's call it DA now. It's basically bread and butter for the DA thing. So I think like that has that earlier syllabus in CS also had like a significant overlap with that part in DA as well. So that is not directly applicable when you work at companies like Amazon. But that is something that you used to know. It's like you should know sorting even though you're working in some other company, right? So sorting is like the basic for it. Syllabus wise, coming back to the machine learning and optimization part. So optimization, I would say it's kind of like a big at this stage, it's kind of like a beginner level because the syllabus says it's only single variable optimization. Machine learning, though, it's going to be really helpful for job market, especially in interviews and all. So the topics that are given in the syllabus, those are the topics on which the questions are generally asked when you go for an ML interview. Uh, Also for data science interview as well, because there are some parts of it like k-means and uh, there is PCA, there is SVD. So all those things are really helpful for data science interviews as well. So yeah, from machine learning perspective, I would say that syllabus pretty much covers the interview questions as well.
Okay, okay, great. Yes, I also agree with that because when I was also got to chance to give the interview at Amazon, then most of the topics that they asked were from the syllabus from the Gate DA that they had. So I think Gate DA coverage is really vast as you mentioned, and also in the depth because it is Gate at the end of the day. Yes. Okay. Thank you,
So
Vishal.
actually, Vishal, I want to ask you one question. Sachin, can you open that machine learning syllabus for the GATE DA?
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Vishal, many students are asking this type of questions, this type of queries on I can say social media platforms. They are asking what type of questions Gate will create from machine learning. See, there is no precedence. We don't have any Gate paper. We don't have any questions. We don't know what type of questions Gate can create from these chapters: machine learning, artificial intelligence. So can you give us some idea which type of questions are possible from these topics? NAT questions, MSQ questions, theoretical questions, calculative type question. So can you
Yes.
give some idea?
Sure. So, going back to the gate questions in computer science, right? Like we typically see multiple choice questions, and in multiple choice questions, there are basically two bifurcations. One is where you have theoretical questions, like they might ask you some complexity based question or some question on sorting or operating system related questions, which are purely theoretical. If you understand the concept, then you can answer it with some effort, right? Other one are again in multiple choices. There can be numerical questions, and there are typical numerical questions where just you have to fit in some values and all that, right? So I think the same pattern will follow for machine learning over here. So every topic that you see in the syllabus, right, there can be a lot of theoretical questions that can be asked. So for example, even just for regression, there are in the syllabus you will see there is a logistic regression and there is linear regression or multiple linear regression, right? So common question is what is the difference between the logistic regression and the linear regression? And that can be asked as a MCQ. So logistic regression is typically done for classification, while linear regression is actually regression. So this concept we will cover in the syllabus anyway. But yeah, theoretical questions, it's kind of given that theoretical questions can be asked on this. Now coming to the numerical question, either from the MCQ side or maybe from the fill in the blank side. So in this setting, what I expect from this syllabus is that like there will be some toy data that will be given to you. So for example, if it's something like fitting a line to few points, again, this concept we will cover in the class, or let's say probability questions, right? So they will give you some data regarding probability and they will ask you to solve for a particular problem, right? If that same goes for any of these algorithms. They will give you some data and then they will ask you to solve for it. So yeah, it is going to be from both the ends. The difference will be from the computer science perspective and from the machine learning perspective is that here you need to apply the algorithmic knowledge to a larger extent, because like then you have to understand what the data really is and how to basically get the right answer. It's a bit different than what we saw in case of traditional computer science syllabus. So yeah, question format wise is going to be same. Only difference would be how do we apply the concepts to real life data, uh, or like again in case it will be a toy data, how do we apply this different concept to a given toy data set? That will be the technical part of it. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Right. Just a small extension of that previous
Yep.
question. You have already studied all these topics in ISC Bangalore also. You have some idea of professor's mindset. In those courses, machine learning, data science courses in ISC, there were assignment questions. So, those questions, were they like from those questions, can they create calculation type question, or were they more, I can say, on theoretical side? Um, Basically
Uh,
from professor point of view, from like professor will be creating these questions this year for the gate exam.
hmm.
So that point of view I wanted to know.
Okay, if we were comparing it to the assignment questions, right? So assignment question used to be quite descriptive, where you have to provide some explanations and all that. I expect again, these explanations are for theoretical question as well as numerical questions. So I expect that this explanation will be converted into multiple choice questions and fill in the blanks. So
Okay.
instead of asking you a bigger question and expecting that the students will come up with the entire answer, they will give you the bits of the answers. So intermediate steps, and based on that, they will convert it into an MCQ and ask that. So again, like remember that for this, you also need a theoretical knowledge, and then once you know the formula, again, then you have to apply it to the toy data set that they will give you. So it's basically like that.
So basically, matlab, like you are saying that in terms of data, we need to really understand that how the data pattern is. Like for some of the questions, it might be the case that if we really understand the data pattern, then we might be able to solve, or we might be able to guess that which kind of algorithm might work here. And
Uh,
also the yes.
yeah, so that is again like that is one kind of question. They will give you the data and they will ask you which of these algorithms will work better. Yeah, on that point, yes, you need to understand the nature of the data. Again, in double quotes, nature we will discuss in the class, obviously. Another thing will be they will tell you the algorithm and they will give you the data and they'll provide some. They will ask a question on that and that that you will have to answer. For that, you need to understand the workings of the algorithm uh, to reasonable level. So for you to understand. So yeah.
Okay, this really answers like very well articulated
Yeah.
from the
Yeah. So from my side, like I know since this is a completely new topic even for the gate, right? So right now my answers might seem to be a little bit more hand wavy, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we can get rid of those kind of like jargon when we start the classes.
Awesome. Thank you, Vishal. Yeah. So now, like coming, thank you, Vishal, for joining in. Now we have like let me just introduce the other faculties. Just a second. Yeah. So you have just heard Vishal, and Vishal has talked about that what kind of question may come and what we are going to see in the course. So now let's just hear from Arpan. And Arpan, let me just quickly introduce Arpan also. So Arpan has finished his masters from ISC Bangalore. Actually, all of us are from ISC Bangalore. Like me, Vishal, Deepak, Pragati, Arpan, everyone is from ISC. And Arpan is currently is in American Express, which is also known as MX, and he has also worked at Samsung for 2 years, about 2 years, and he has achieved All India rank 29 in 2017, and I think in 2018 this was AIR 32. And I also know that how many days of preparation it required for Arpan to get to AIR 32. Like I mean, I don't think he has prepared more than 2-3 days because that semester was heavily loaded with the assignments and many other things. So thank you, Arpan, for joining in. Now, Arpan, like similar sort of questions, like we would like to ask to you, like what are
Sachin,
yes,
I want to say something about Arpan first.
okay.
So I recall my first conversation with Arpan. Maybe Arpan does not know, but I recall. So it was month of June. It was month of June before our I can say before we joined ISC. So on 24th July, I had my joining of ISC. I can say okay. So 1 month before that, I posted on, I think on the Gate Overflow website, I posted, Arpan, do you remember? I posted one blog. In that blog, at the end, I wrote, that after 1 month, I will be IISCN. This is the line I wrote. After 1 month, I will become IISCN. So there were many comments, but there was one comment from Arpan. He said that this was the comment, bro, you are already ISCN. Okay, so this was his comment. I don't know if Arpan remembers or not, but this was my first meeting with Arpan. And then when I went to ISC, then we met all the toppers, all our seniors who were I can say all our seniors were we were meeting, and we got to know that this person is the topper of our senior batch. Okay, so he was there, he was speaking, and our whole batch, our new, I can say all the freshers, we were freshers, we were listening to him in the CSA department. So this is just to introduce to all the students. I just want to introduce that Arpan is such a, I can say, everyone he's such a brilliant mind. Okay, so hi Arpan.
So hi everyone. Thank you Sachin, thank you Deepak for these warm words. Yeah, so I'm also very excited to offer this course, and thank you Sachin and Deepak for giving me this opportunity, because I think there is a lot to learn from me also from this course. Like, so I always say like there is a word like if you see the gate full form, right? So A stands for aptitude, right? So when you look at some topic from the aptitude point of view, right, it's totally different, right? So it's not like that we have learned these things in IIC, so it will be directly applied like in gate, right? We have to like go through the theory of the topics in detail again, right, to understand in a better way. Like, so I will also learn in this journey a lot, because like you will like when you go to the deep, right, when you learn from the basic, like you discover many new things, right? So yeah, this is something, yeah, and I will also learn from you, like because you will ask good questions. I hope, and like it will expand my learning also. Yeah. Yeah, but I will be teaching this course for the first time, but I can assure you that like you can trust, like it will be a good course. Like like
Definitely.
it will be the first time, but it will not be that bad. Yeah.
Yes. So Arpan has always, kind of, I can say, passion or interest in teaching. So that's why, like, when Gate DA syllabus has come, then I asked Deepak that should we immediately contact to Arpan, because we knew that he will be the one who will be justifying the teachings in this course. So yes, thank you, Arpan. And like Arpan, again, the same kind of questions we would like to hear from your opinion also. That what do you think the kind of questions that they might be asking from this machine learning? Like, I mean, and how much depth they might be expecting in the paper? Because like, sorry to interrupt, like, just to complete my question, because as I can recall that most of the syllabus is almost same as that we study in ISC machine learning course. So when we take the first introductory machine learning course, I think this syllabus is even little more than what we study in first introductory
Yeah,
machine learning course. So
yeah.
obviously, like, I mean, at the ISC or IIT Bombay or any top tier college, we study in very depth. So do you think, I mean, that kind of that depth they might be expecting, or what kind of that depth they might be looking for?
Yeah, definitely not that kind of depth. It's not possible also, because it needs lot of mathematical background to understand that depth also, right? And I think they will not be interested in that. So I can recall there was one course, practical data science, which was offered in IIC, and I think I can relate to the midterm solution, like midterm and end term for that course, because uh, I can relate to some pattern of that syllabus, that course. With gate, because the type of question the sir used to ask is like MCQs questions and the fill in the blanks. So I think I can take some help from there, right? But what I will say is that depth is not required. The basics is required, but you should know like the basic very well, because it is very easy to trick, right? So even from the base, on each topic you will find hundred of videos on YouTube, or let's say theoretical books, right? Everyone is teaching ML these days, right? So it's very easy that you will think that you know the topic, but I can assure you, like, on the same topic, if I ask you question in a different way, you will not be able to answer, because you have not understand the depth, you have not understand the concept very well. So rather than covering this whole, like 100% of the topic, I will say, if even if you covering 10% of the topic, it is sufficient for this course. I think it will be sufficient for gate, but you should know it very well, because like if there are some tricky questions, because you should be able to answer that. I think that is more important, like going through the depth, because each topic is like endless, uh, there are hundreds of books, like if you start following the book we used to follow in ISC, right? You will not be able to understand even the single topic, and it's not even worth, right? So it's challenging for us also, right? When we are preparing the content for you, uh, like we have to do like everything. I have to read from the standard textbook, I have to go through the YouTube videos, I have to go to the MCQs which are available online, right? And we have to apply our mind, like what kind of question gate can ask on this. But because you are straight away coming from the bachelor's, right? They don't expect, like they can't expect like you have so much of mathematical background, right? To understand these kind of derivations which are available in the standard text one, that is not even required. Like what they are looking is more of the practical data science point of view only. Like you should have the basic knowledge of each and every topic, so that when these topics are being introduced to you in your masters, you will be able to understand. I think that should be the focus.
Very true. Yes.
So
So,
Arpan,
yeah.
yes, Sachin, yes.
Okay, I was just saying that would you think that this particular GATE DA, I mean, course, will be different from GATE CSE teaching methodology? I mean, what I mean to ask is that in GATE CSE, like as I have little bit of experience, so with my limited experience, I can say that we have very, I mean, it's like very straight away direction that we have, that okay, this is the topic that we need to teach. But here, as you can very much see that we can take any topic. Maybe let's suppose that we take this topic, principal component analysis, and then we take any random topic. Probably like we will be mostly able to relate. Let's suppose we take linear regression. So linear regression and the PCA, maybe they are related. So do you think that methodology will be different, or it will be very much similar to, very much similar to the GATE CSE, in the sense that we will be just focusing topic wise topic, or there will be the interrelation between the topics?
So, Sachin, I will say that whatever is the overlap of the topics, I think the building blocks are same. Like, I think you are offering linear algebra probabilities. You are teaching in a certain way in GATE CS course. That has to be the same. But when, here the student will see the application of those topics in the ML, right? Like you just introduce a linear independence, let's say in the linear algebra course, right? But when we are teaching teaching a topic like linear regression, and we will be taking the toy example, they will see the application of it. Like if there is a like if variables are, if there is a linear dependence, right, I will not be able to build the model. I will not be able to build the perfect model, right? So these kind of toy example when we take, and we will like student will be able to see the application of these small topic. Like like let me give you another example. Like you teach probabilities, right? So you just introduce you different types of distribution, like that's a uniform distribution, Bernoulli distribution, binomial distribution. So people know like this is the distribution, you know the formula, you know how to compute the mean, all the expectation, everything you know, right? But when you see that okay, expectation is being utilized in this topic of machine learning in this way, this become more interesting and you will be able to relate it back. So I think probability, linear algebra, basic building blocks are the same, but when you will be able to relate it with the machine learning topic, or let's say optimization topic, it will be, you will be, I think, uh, it will be a win-win situation. You will understand the ML topic also better, and you will understand your linear algebra probability also better in this way, and it will be interesting also.
Got it.
So, Arpan, you were talking about practical data science. That course we had PDS
Yeah.
in our ISC syllabus. So, in that PDS course, you had MCQ. You are saying multiple choice questions were there in the assignments in the midterm, right?
Yeah,
So
they were there. Yeah.
what type of questions they were? Calculative calculation based questions, or proof based questions, or theoretical questions, like those MCQ questions? Because there is a strong possibility this is the first time ML gate DA course will launch is launching. First time the gate DA paper will come. So there is a strong possibility, in my opinion, that the questions these professors, they will create the questions, I think, based on their you know uh, their semester courses. This is what I'm thinking, that of course they will create easy questions, not those assignment ISC assignment level questions, but I'm thinking that if those professors are creating questions for the first time for gate DA course, then most probably, because every question is new. See, in the gate computer science already 40 years have passed, so they need to create some new questions, right? Okay, if they are thinking some traditional question, then I can say they will have to think about a new question. But in the gate DA, if you come to gate DA, every question is new question, right? There is no traditional question. There is nothing. There is no frequent question. There is no old question. So I can say every question is new question. So it is very easy for them to create questions. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, so for gate computer science, it is challenging. They have to create a new question, something new, new concept, some new definition they have to give. But here it is very easy. The standard question that you are using for the last many years, just give those questions to the students. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what my opinion is. So please tell us about that. Like, what do you think about this opinion? And what do you think the questions will they be similar to those PDS MCQ questions?
Uh, I will not say 100% say similar. Yeah, but I think 50% similarity will be there. So let me tell you like about the format as Vishal pointed out, right? So both type of questions are possible here, right? Even the MCQs are possible, like theoretical questions, and MCQ will be there, and numerical is also possible, right? So like if we consider ML also, right? From each topic, each of the subtopic, you can create a numerical questionnaire, right? And like I can say from my experience from the PDS that numerical questions will be easy for gate DS, because like these will be very straightforward. Like if you know the algorithm, you have the toy data set, you know the algorithm, you will be able to compute, right? You just need to know the formulas and you need to follow the step and you will be able to arrive at the answer. The tricky questions will be the MCQs here, because like most of the MCQ will be hovering around comparing the two algorithms, let's say logistic regression, linear regression, right? Let's say decision tree, or suddenly neural network, like, and it is very tricky. Uh, because yeah, even after knowing the concept very well, and let's say there was one question in PDS, and I was 100% sure that I have marked it right. Like it was an MCQ question. It was on a bias variance trade-off, and I like I was aware of the concept very well, and I marked the MCQ correctly in my opinion, right? But let's say when someone else is sharing his or her opinion on that topic, right? You will also agree with him or her, right? So uh, MCQs will be challenging here. Numerical, I think it will be very straightforward. But both the type of questions are possible here.
Okay.
Right, right. I agree. Okay, Arpan. Arpan, would you like to add something more here? We may have missed to ask anything that you would like to share.
No, I think yeah, you you have more experience than me. I will be offering this course for the first time, so let's see how it goes.
Yes,
So,
yes.
would you like to address the students, like something you want to tell directly to the students?
I'll
How?
wait for my first lecture for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
thank you, Arpan.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, just a second. Let me go over the slides. Yeah, thank you, Arpan, for joining in. Now we have Pragati with us. So I think Pragati is also live. Thank you, Pragati, for joining in again. So Pragati is also from ISC. Let me introduce Pragati. Pragati and Deepak were batchmates. So I think Deepak will be more ideal person to introduce him. I know him from the ISC, but Deepak know him very closely. So I can tell whatever is written here, but Deepak can tell more. So maybe Deepak can introduce Pragati in the more elaborative way.
So actually, the first thing I want to tell all the students is that when this GATE DA announcement happened for the first time, the first day when this GATE DA, this announcement was there that this year GATE DA paper will be there. Okay, so that day, on that day, I called Pragati. I called Pragati that are you ready? So actually, to all the students, I want to mention one thing that almost 1 year ago, I had conversation with Pragati and we were discussing about machine learning data science. Okay, so like we wanted to start machine learning data science course in Go classes. So this was our target
Even
almost 1 year
before.
ago. So we had this aim that once we, I can say, once we make gate computer science content in a very nice way. Okay, you can see this is the third year of we are creating gate computer science content. We are improving the content in the gate computer science. We are constantly, continuously, every year we are improving the content. Okay, so now we were hoping that in future, this was our target for future, that we will launch machine learning data science course. So for that, almost 1 year ago, I was talking to Pragati and I told him that please be ready. Okay, whenever the time will come, maybe 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, I told him, but be ready. So he told me that yes, I will be ready and I will keep preparing. Okay, so basically for the last 1 year he has been preparing. And the day gate D announcement happened, Sachin, I called Pragati. I asked him the first question that the like फोन उठाते एकदम भाई तैयार है क्या गेट डेटा साइंस आ चुका है तो मैंने प्रगति को पूछा भाई तैयार है क्या तू एंड प्रगति सेड दैट yes, I am ready, bro. This was his line. And let me tell you, so much relaxed, so much relieved I was feeling that yes, this was his reply, the first reply, that I am ready, bro. So this is what I want to mention about Pragati, that I am very excited that Pragati will be teaching you. And because I know him as a teacher. Okay, see, knowledge is a different thing. He has a lot of knowledge, but as a teacher also I know him. He is a, I can say, he can teach you all the concepts very beautifully. And I remember there was Sachin, you had some discussion with Pragati for computer
Yes, yes,
network, you
many
know, that
discussion.
discussion.
Yes,
So
yes, many
Sachin called
discussion.
me, I think 2 years back, right?
Right.
Almost. So
Yes.
almost 2 years ago, Sachin had conversation with Pragati for some topic, I think application layer or some computer network topic was there. For that, Sachin had discussion with Pragati. And let me tell you, Sachin came to me, Sachin told me, यार ये प्रगति क्या पढ़ाता है यार, ये यार
हाँ,
बिल्कुल
बिल्कुल
एकदम ऐसे
बच्चों की
पढ़ाता है एकदम.
तरह
सो
वो
ओके,
भी मुझे मतलब वो भी कंसीडरिंग दैट ही इज आल्सो टीचिंग टू मतलब ही इज आल्सो एक्सप्लेनिंग टू सम आईएससीएन उसको भी मतलब ऐसे कि बिल्कुल स्टेप बाय स्टेप So,
So
matlab, I was
yes,
very,
so
very
you
impressed.
can think Sachin is from ISC Bangalore, okay, and Pragati is teaching Sachin in a way where Sachin is coming to me and Sachin is telling me, he is teaching so beautifully. He is teaching. I can say it's like he is teaching to a small child. Okay, so. So this was Sachin's opinion. I can say this was Sachin's feedback about Pragati. Okay, at that time, and I think multiple times Sachin told me that यार ये प्रगति को अपन है ना मतलब प्रगति को अगर टाइम मिलता है ना अपन इसको इसको किसी चीज के लिए लेते हैं किसी किसी कोर्स के लिए लेते हैं ये इससे कंटेंट बनवा लेते हैं इससे ये करवा लेते हैं ओके सो दैट वाज द पॉइंट एंड finally that day has come when Pragati will be teaching this machine learning course to you. So Pragati, welcome, and please tell us first, would you like to address students because many of these students they don't have much idea of machine learning. Okay, so like can you address to them that how you will be teaching, will you be teaching from scratch, means the prerequisites, the basics, will they be covered? Okay, so something like that.
Yes. Thank you, Deepak and Sachin for your kind words. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Pragati, as Deepak already told. First of all, the prerequisites, right? So, let me share an experience while being a part of Schlumberger as a data scientist. So, for 3 years, I was there. I am there actually, and I was the part of interview panel for around 15 to 20 times. And I noticed one thing. So I was interviewing all the IITians, okay? And one thing that I noticed there was they lack even the basic knowledge of machine learning. So we were interviewing for data science and they were lacking even the basics of machine learning. Around 80 to 90% of them are like this only. So one thing that is for sure you are getting is the clarity, basic knowledge of all the topics that we are covering it. Okay. So this is one thing that I'll like make clear that we'll cover from starting. We'll go to all the topics in depth, but we'll also cover everything in details like from the scratch. So prerequisites are also will also be covered. So there is no issue in that. And yeah, I think you all are very lucky to be like in this time in 2023 preparing for gate, because data science and artificial intelligence is one thing that we wanted to learn, but we were not having that much like resources. But here you are getting taught by Arpan, people like Arpan and Vishal. So I'm also honored to be the faculty along with Vishal and Arpan. So I'll learn as well with you guys. So yeah.
So, Pragati, when you have interviewed, you are saying that almost 15 to 20 times you have been part of interview panel. You have interviewed IITians. So, so when you interview someone, then what type of questions you ask? Like, oh, very fundamental, very basic questions. Like, what is your thinking behind asking the question? Like, what question you should ask to the student?
So let me give you an example. Okay? So there is one concept called as k nearest neighbor. Okay, and for like k nearest neighbor, the k is a hyperparameter, and we need to tune that k value. Okay? But in order to get to that k value, we also need the information about bias and variance trade-off, and k nearest neighbor having bias and variance trade-off. This is one thing that is covering, this type of question is covering two topics, right? So we get to know like how the student or the person we are interviewing is able to grasp these two topics as well as interlink these two topics. So yeah, these type of questions were very common that I used to ask, like how can we decide k. And one tricky question I used to ask was how much time it takes to train a k nearest neighbor, like a k nearest neighbor model. So the answer
Okay.
is none. We don't train k nearest neighbor. So people usually say too much time, too much, like depends on data set and all that. But yeah, so these type of questions I used to ask, and yeah.
So Pragati, will we be covering these things in the course that you
For
used to
sure, for sure. Yes, we'll be covering all this. Everything that I know, I'll cover.
have?
So, Pragati, one more question, that same question we asked Vishal and Arpan. So, what type of questions can be created from these topics? Have you gone through some assignments, midterms of universities in the past few days, maybe in the past 1 year? So, or in ISC, you have taken this practical data science, machine learning, all these courses you have taken. So what type of questions you are expecting that professors will ask? Again, I am repeating myself. I told Arpan also the same thing. See, what I am thinking, see, in gate computer science, if I ask you to create a standard question in operating system, let's take operating system, okay? And if I tell you, forget about all the 40 years questions, okay? The past 40 years questions, you forget about all of them. You create 10 questions from operating system. Let's assume you do not have any idea of any question in the last 40 years that has been asked in the gate exam. You have no idea, okay? Let's assume. Now if I tell you to create 10 questions on operating system, then what I'm thinking, most probably you will ask very frequent questions of the gate exam. Like, for example, you will not create a new question, you will not create a, I can say, a very creative question. I think you will create a very basic question, like page replacement question you will ask, number of page faults you will ask. See, nowadays, if I in the gate computer science, if I ask number of page fault, then student will just solve it. Every student will be able to solve it. That is such a easy question. A scheduling question, if I give, first come first serve, or any round robin algorithm if I give, then that is also very standard question, but it is very easy. So what I'm suggesting is that, see, what I'm saying is, in operating system or in any subject, if I tell you to create 10 question, okay, just forget about the previous 40 years of gate exam. Now if I tell you to create 10 questions, then you will create very basic and standard questions which students are finding very easy. Students of, I can say, of gate computer science will find very easy. But in gate DA, there is no previous paper. There is no previous paper. So what do you think, that professors will create these type of standard questions in the gate D exam, like um, which will be very very frequent, very standard questions that you will be covering in the course, and those I can say frequent questions will be there in the gate DA paper. So I hope you understood what I am trying to say.
Yes,
So
yes.
please share your opinion about that.
So Deepak, according to me, I think your point is valid. First of all, they will try to cover as much as they can. Like they will try to ask you the traditional questions that can be made, along with some variations, like not the straightforward questions, but some variations with multiple concepts, like interlinkage between multiple concepts. They can ask those type of questions. And yes, they need not make the questions too complicated, but they will try to have some level, because as you know, gate have some level, right? So they will try to have some level. The questions will have some level, and I hope, like we'll cover everything. So uh, all the things that will be asked, most probably that will be there in this course. So that is all I can say, because we don't have any prior knowledge of data science and artificial intelligence in gate.
Okay.
So, Pragati, although our focus will be on the GATE DA, but there are few students who have enrolled. I mean, they are in their respective MTech colleges, and mostly in the top colleges, like even in IIT, Madras, Kanpur, Bombay, or even from like we have folks from ISC also. They have just joined this course just to get some knowledge. So, do you think like this course is going to help, or maybe my, like, in other words, like what I meant to say, that if you imagine yourself in the first semester of ISC or any other IIT, then do you think that if you take that course, like just imagine yourself in first semester of ISC, and taking that course will help you in passing the semester?
So this course will be like gate based, but yes, since it will cover all the topics in detail, so everyone will be like the any person who is new to machine learning will have a great, like they can learn a lot from this course. This is what I can see.
Right, right. And also, just one more question, Pragati. Suppose someone completes this course and they are not very interested in Gate DA, but they are more interested in becoming a data science. So, as you have been part to the interview panel multiple times, even more than 15 to 20 times, so you know it very well. So, if someone is giving the interview after finishing this course and as a basic fresher, I mean level interview, so do you think this course will help? And if it's going to help, then how much extent?
Yes, it will be actually, it will be very much beneficial. And that is why I told everyone here that you all are very lucky because you are getting this this course first time. And I think this course like it will help you with the gate, but it will also help you with your if you want to be a data scientist, then it will help you a lot because as I told you, I have some knowledge about how the questions are put, how which type of questions are asked in interview, and we will be covering everything. So yeah, this course will be very much beneficial to all.
So
Right.
Pragati, can I say the topper of this course you will select in your company?
For sure, I'll refer him for sure.
Okay.
I know his caliber, so I'll for sure refer him.
Okay, great. So let's see if students have some doubt to Pragati or Arpan. So Vishal has some Google meeting, I think. So Vishal is right now not available. He has gone for his meeting. Currently, he has a meeting in Google. So right now, Pragati and Arpan are there. You have heard them already. So do you have some question in your mind? Do you have some questions to the faculties, Arpan Mangal and Pragati Kumar Singh? Anyone? Okay.
Okay.
So Mavit is saying no questions, only excitement. Soham is saying feeling really excited. So if anyone has any doubt, any query, any question, any curiosity, you can ask related to the course. Do you have any doubt? So Vishnu is raising hand. Sachin.
Okay. Yeah, Vishnu, can you speak? Okay, Vishnu, I have unmuted you. Meanwhile, let's just see other questions. So Navjot is saying that topper of the course. So we
That
can
was a joke. Navjot is asking topper of the course, what is the metric? How will you decide topper of the course? So that was just a joke. I wanted to ask to Pragati. Okay. So
Okay. So, Vishnu, you can type if your mic is not working. Khushi is saying, is it worth to leave computer science and go for AIML as PYQ? Experience and time are favoring CSE. Is it worth to leave computer science preparation? So, Khushi, like we have mentioned it in the last video also, and in fact, in multiple times in the Telegram messages we have mentioned. If you have already spent, few months and maybe if you have dedicated your time to GATE computer science, then for this year, it is better to stick with the GATE computer science. And if you are just starting, okay, and if you have not invested your time in computer science, then you can start with one of them. Maybe GATE D you can definitely start. But if you have invested time in GATE computer science, then it is a good idea to stick with that only, right?
so Khushi is saying that she has not started GATE computer science preparation. She has not started so far, Sachin.
Yeah, so in that case, I will suggest that I think it is definitely worth. I mean, you can do any one of them based on your interest. So, Deepak, would you like to add something here, or maybe
So see,
maybe
because you have not started GATE computer science, okay, for you, GATE DA, GATE computer science, basically both are, I can say, both are fresh courses, I can say, okay, you have not started any preparation. So now you can go with your interest, okay, you can go with your interest, you can go with any of them. See, right now we do not know the level of gate DA. Of course, it will be heavy mathematical course. Okay, the gate DA paper, I think like gate mathematics. You know, there is a gate mathematics paper that is also heavy mathematics. So similar to that gate DA, that is also going to be a, I can say, comparing to the gate computer science, it will be a mathematical course. So if you have been good at mathematics, okay, if your mathematics is good, if you have been interested in mathematics, okay, so basically then you can go for gate DA. Okay, so else I can also say that you can also go for gate computer science. Okay, both the ways you can go, because anyway you have not done any preparation of gate computer science, so you can go in any path. Okay, but only go for one path. This is the suggestion. Only go for one path. Don't go for both of them simultaneously, or don't do that. Okay.
Right. Okay, Vimal is asking that before we start machine learning, should we be well versed with the linear algebra, probability, and Python? So, Pragati, would you like to address this?
Data like machine learning will include like will require the prerequisite linear algebra and probability. So it is good to have this with you. Linear algebra and probability, you can start with that, and then you can go ahead with machine learning.
And
So,
also, some,
Pragati,
yeah.
yes, yes.
I was just asking that if some student, let's suppose, has joined today only, so can they start directly with machine learning and can they do in parallel linear algebra and probability?
They can do that, but again, it depends on what topic we are covering. Because if we are covering something that requires a topic in linear algebra that they have not studied yet, then there will be some problem. So what I would prefer is they can start with linear algebra and probability, and then go with machine learning.
And
So,
Python?
yes, yes. So, Pragati, when you like the topic that you will be teaching, so before that, you were once saying that before every topic, you will take, I think, half an hour or 1 hour session, you will take just to cover all the prerequisites of that topic, something like that discussion we were having. So, can you tell about that?
Yes, we will be like covering those prerequisites, but those the way we will cover it will be revision based coverage. So it is good to have the knowledge, but if they want to continue linear algebra along with machine learning, they can do that. But yeah, it is preferred. Like I prefer to have linear algebra and probability before, but it's okay. They can do it side by side as well.
Right.
So,
As they are in the class.
yes. So actually, Pragati, that is the reason we have provided this linear algebra, probability, engineering mathematics. We have already provided to the students. I can say when this course was launched. So I think almost 10 days back, when we launched this course, the first course we provided was engineering mathematics. Okay, so so that students can learn linear algebra, probability, these calculus, these topics students can learn. But I want to tell all the students that before every topic, I can say, as Pragati is saying, that we will give you, I can say, we will tell you, we will do the revision of all the prerequisites. Okay, so we will, I can say, go through all the prerequisites that are required, basically, from the linear algebra, from the probability. So some kind of revision we will do before the topic starts. Arpan, you want to say something?
No, I think Deepak, you have covered it well. So I'll echo with Pragati that we will not be having that much time to cover each and every basic like prerequisite in depth in our lectures, right? So what we will be doing, like it will be a revision based, like we can take some toy example and just explain that to just to ensure that you know the topics, so that when we are using that thing in our material, that you will be able to grasp it. That's all. Like we
Right.
will not be having that much time to cover it in depth, and it will not be even fair, right? It will not be fair.
Right.
Yep.
Actually, since it is already recorded, so
But
I mean, yes, yes.
Hello,
Yeah. So,
Arpan, I think your internet is stuck, I think.
yeah, most probably. Okay.
Vishal is teaching the course and he referred to one or two. You can go back and look at that particular video, and this way you can do, I think.
Okay, Arpa, I think your internet is stuck. So moving to the next question, Sid is saying that will you be covering everything from the scratch, even someone is from non-CS background. So this is the good part of Gate DA, that you don't need specifically to learn machine learning. You don't need computer science background. So you just need little bit of linear algebra and probability background. So it is you are asking non-CS. This question might not be very much relevant. Maybe you can ask that non-ML background. So yes, definitely, because we are going to teach everything from the scratch, and CS has nothing Pragati and Arpan may correct me, but I think CS has no direct relation with the machine learning concept. Yes, if you are writing the code, then it is having the relation. Maybe I can say it is a relation, but if you are just learning the mathematical concepts, then CS may not be directly having the relation. Yeah. So Paras is saying that can you share the month-wise plan and how many classes per day? Yes, we are just coming to that. So Deepak, do you think it is a good time to share the other details, or
Yes,
should
yes.
we take the
So let's share some course details, how to join classes, what will be our schedule, and for how long machine learning will be taught. Okay, so these are some common doubts. I can see some student is asking how long this machine learning will be covered, for like till which month we will be covering this machine learning. So these are some doubts. So let's answer these, Sachin.
Right. Okay. Okay. So let's just start with many of the FAQs that some people are asking, that how to join the live classes. Okay. So what we will be doing, we will be basically putting the live class on the app, and you will get the notification on the app and website. So the notification will look like this. So whenever the class is live, you will see the notification. Okay, and it will look like this. So this is a screenshot from the real time notification only, not a Photoshop. Okay, so this is how it will look like. If you want to join from the website, then you can just log in, go to this thing which is my courses. Okay, this is how the website might look like. You go to the my courses, and suppose that this is the course that you are currently the currently live class is going on in this course. So you will see one upcoming live class or something like that, okay, under that course. So currently we have only if you see that the Gate DA only has one folder, which is engineering mathematics, but eventually you will be seeing that there are multiple folders added for each subject. Okay, if there is a class, you will see that one upcoming class. So all you need to do, you just need to click on my courses, and one upcoming class is there. You go to that course. Inside the course, you will definitely see that okay, the class is going to begin in this much hours. Okay, that's extremely easy. And if obviously if you have any doubt, you can definitely ask us on the Telegram. We will also share the class link on the Telegram. Okay, class Zoom link, just like this session, class Zoom link will be shared on the Telegram private groups. Okay.
Telegram private group and announcement group. So I hope you are already part of Gate DA private group on Telegram, Go Classes Gate DA private group, and also Go Classes Gate DA announcement group. So there are two groups. Okay, so please be part of these two groups. In the announcement group, we will provide you all the announcements from our side. Okay, if whenever there will be class, this class Zoom link will be shared in that announcement group. Okay, so you can join from the Telegram group also. You can also join from the course, as Sachin has told you, and you will also get app notification. Okay, so download the Go Classes app. Then you will get the app notification whenever there will be some live class. Then you will get the app notification that yes, class is starting. Okay.
Right. So these groups, if you are not in the group and you have already enrolled to the course, then you can just mail us to join the group. Okay. Cool. So if
Class
you
timing, Sachin, class timing, Navjot is asking.
Okay, okay. So let me first address that doubt. So class time will be either in the morning or in the evening. Okay. So there will be just one class per day. It will be either in the morning or in the evening. So let me just walk you through that how we are going to teach this course. So it will be basically since we have three instructors here, so it will be basically in the slots of 15 days. Okay. So which means that let's suppose that initially Vishal is going to teach you some topic, and Vishal is going to take for 15 days. Okay. Which means that if I tell you the date wise, then it will start from 1st of September. So roughly to the 15th of September, I can say Vishal is going to teach you. And he will be covering one topic, one or two topic. I mean, he will be covering the couple of topics, and those topics will be covered completely in the atomic fashion. It will not be the case that he will be covering half of that and half of that, half of the same topic will be covered by some other faculty. No. So basically, Vishal, Arpan, and then suppose that Arpan is taking next 15 days. So Arpan will be taking, let's suppose, from 16th of September to 30th of September, something like this, right? So Arpan will be teaching next 15 days, and then Pragati will be teaching for again next 15 days. So that's how we will be teaching in a cyclic way. Now, all of these instructors will be teaching only machine learning course that we have already shared, right? I mean, this subject. So basically, we will be primarily focusing on the machine learning, which means like we will be starting with this machine learning course, and whatever the optimization prerequisites that is there, which means that maybe optimization in the single variable or wherever it is needed, that will be covered along with the course. Okay, so we will be having a different folder for each course, which means this calculus, okay, calculus and optimization, this will be a different folder. There will be a different folder for machine learning. There will be a different folder for every other subject. So whatever subject are there, which means calculus, optimization, linear algebra. I mean, linear algebra probability, we have kept it in one folder. But other than that, we will, okay, calculus is also in that same folder. Linear algebra, probability and calculus in one folder. Other than that, which is machine learning, we will be keeping in another folder. Programming, data structure, these will be in the another folders. Okay. So most of the subjects will be in the different folders. Now, coming to the instructors, they will be mainly focusing, as we have already shared, they will be mainly focusing on the machine learning part, right? So they will be teaching in the 15 days slot. So first, let's suppose Vishal is teaching, then let's suppose Pragati is teaching, then let's suppose Arpan is teaching. So Vishal will be finishing, let's suppose one or a couple of topics in the 15 days, then Pragati, then Arpan. That's how it will be happening. Coming to the class timing, there will be, as we mentioned here, this will be, the class will be either in the morning or in the evening. So it like mostly the class timing will be the homogeneous, or in the like basically the constant way for one faculty, which means if let's suppose Vishal is taking, so for these 15 days, let's suppose it is morning classes, right? So morning classes for these 15 days, let's suppose, I mean, again, it could be morning or it could be evening. And then for these 15 days, let's suppose it is again morning. So it will be either in the morning or in the evening. Now, this is basically to cater the request that we were getting, that some people are free in the morning. I mean, some students are free in the morning. They were requesting for the morning. Some students were requesting for the evening. So it is to cater basically both the requests. Like faculty is also, let's suppose Vishal is free in the morning and maybe having some other engagement in the evening. So he will prefer to do in the morning. I mean, he can definitely adjust the timing for the evening, but this is how we will be teaching. I mean, there will be 15 days slot for either morning or evening. That's how we will be teaching. So if there is any doubt, you can ask us regarding the class timing. Is the class timing clear to everyone?
So Tirupati is asking, will the recording be available if we miss the live class? So the answer is yes.
Yes.
If you miss any live class, then the recording of that live class will be available to you for, I can say, till your expiry date. Okay, so for 365 days, that will be available to you. Also, you can watch any video, any recording, any number of times, anytime. Okay, so there is no limit. You can watch it anytime, any number of times. Okay, so that is the simple point. Every live class will be recorded. The recording of every live class will be available to you for the entire duration of the course. Okay, so don't worry about that. If you miss the live class, then you can watch the recording, or you can join the live class. So that is your choice, whether to join the live class or watch the recorded lecture. So you can see, that is your choice. What you want to do, that is your choice.
Right. Okay. So Pushpita is asking any tentative time for morning and evening classes. So I think, I mean, it will be generally like you can take the general timing, which is maybe 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. or maybe 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Similarly for evening. Okay. If there is any change, we will let you know. But you can consider the general timings that we have. Okay.
Everything will be communicated to you on the announcement group. As I told you, there is an announcement group. Everything will be communicated to you. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Python will also be covered, and like since the Python is not having much breadth, I mean, as we also don't know that how much depth and breadth they will be asking, but they mentioned Python in just one line, right? So it will be covered, and whatever is required for Gate DA, we will be covering that. Okay, so I think the class timings are clear. Now I can move to the next slide, and we can come back to the class timing again if there is any other confusion. Okay, cool. So let me move to the next slide. Actually, the questions that you are asking, maybe it is covered in the next slide itself. So if you have any doubt, you can definitely discuss your doubt on the Telegram. So this is regarding the doubt resolution. So if you have any doubt, any technical, non-technical doubt, then you can definitely discuss on Telegram groups. Okay, we have the dedicated groups, and mostly the students will be helping to you each other. And if you have anything, then you can tag me or Deepak. Okay, so me and Deepak will be available, and we will request other faculties if they are also available, we will add them. Okay, so like mostly you can discuss your doubts on the Telegram, and if there is anything that you need to directly ask with the faculty, then you can ask in the live class. Okay, you can definitely ask your doubts in the live class too. Right? I hope this point is also clear to everyone. Okay. So now, like as we mentioned, that you should be joining our groups. If there is anyone who has not joined the group yet, then you can definitely mail us at this ID. So this is the email ID where you just mail us, and we will add you to the group. Okay. Now this is how group look like. Maybe you have already been added. If you have been added, then you can see that this is how group look like. So let's suppose this student is asking the doubt, and then I have replied to his doubt. So that's how the doubt discussion will be happening. Okay. And this is the announcement group. It will be for you guys. It will be just read only group, which means you can just see the whatever the announcements are there. This is the purpose of this group, to make sure that everyone receive every notification. Because if we put every important message in this group, they might get lost, because everyone can message there, right? So it is just like admin only can message, right? So you can say admin can message here only. Okay, just like this. Okay. So we also have our alumni group. We will add you to the alumni group. That group is basically, I mean, currently we have the alumni from the GATE CSE background only, but eventually it will be from GATE DA. You guys will be the alumni for the next year. So you can take guidance from the alumni, that okay, how to balance the study and the college, how to balance job and GATE preparation and these things. You can definitely ask your doubts in the alumni group. So we have many toppers. I think like there's a flood of toppers that we have in that group, and they will help you for any motivation and chit chat that you want to do, that you can do in the alumni group. So we will be adding you to the alumni group also. Okay.
So a lot of IITians, ISCians, okay, all our basically most of our previous toppers, you have already seen the result of Go classes GATE Computer Science. Okay, so those toppers, they have joined ISC Bangalore, IITs, NITs, triple IITs. So the top colleges they have joined, and they are available, they are present in this alumni group. Okay, in this group, so you can talk to them. Okay, so I can say that from each college you can find multiple alumni in this group. Okay, whatever college you name, ISC Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, okay, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, Guwahati, whatever college you just name, multiple people you can find in this group from those colleges who are doing MTech from those colleges. Okay, so this is a group basically where you can just take some guidance from the alumni. Okay, you can do some maybe chit chat. Okay, some non-technical doubts. Okay, so this is only for non-technical doubts. You can ask your technical doubts in the private group.
Right. Okay. So someone has asked some doubt. Maybe it is not directly related to the orientation session. He's asking that will the IITs, other IITs will also open the dedicated branch for MTech. So yes, I think that ISC already has. IIT Hyderabad already has. IIT Bombay has their MS program in machine learning. Okay, dedicated MS program. And yeah, there are MS programs currently in in most of the IITs. I think like I'm not sure, but I think IIT Guwahati has also started. Okay, but since the gate DH has come, then obviously like they are going to start. Maybe this is the motivation for them also. So it is not known to us, but we can predict that definitely there will be a different, just like IIC, there will be a different dedicated MTech course in all the IITs very soon. Okay, we have, like this is a very valid guess that we are doing. Okay. Now, you can download our app. iOS app and Android app both are available. So you just download our app. If there is any notification, you like if you're putting any notification, you will receive it. So it is a good to have the app, because you can download the lectures for the offline purpose also, which means that just like Netflix and Amazon Prime, you can download the lectures and you can watch them later in the app. Okay. So that's why this app is very useful. And if you experience the app, then just rate us, okay, on the Play Store or on the iOS store. So just rate us there for the app. So this is the app link for the Android app. This is how app looks like.
You can also download the iOS app. If you have iPhone, then you can download goclasses app on the app store. Okay, so you can do that. Just search goclasses on the Play Store or App Store. Okay, just search goclasses, you will find it.
Right. Okay, syllabus schedule, we have already told that how it is going to be taught. So there will be 15 days slot for each instructor. Okay. If there is any doubt regarding anything, you can just ask us. Now we shared that how much we are going to teach from everything. So I think you can watch that particular lecture, or if you want me to quickly point out, then we have not basically covered these things, right? We have not covered this hypothesis testing earlier. So we might not be able to cover, as we have already told you before the enrollment, that we might not be able to cover this hypothesis testing. And also there are 1-2 topics from here and there, maybe okay, this correlation and covariance, these things, right? We might not be able to cover these topics because of lack of time, right?
So
But we
actually,
will cover.
you can watch the Gate DA launch session right on the Go Classes YouTube channel. You can just go to the Go Classes YouTube channel. If you did not watch, you can watch it. So Gate DA launch session. Okay, in that session,
Launch announcement.
we have already discussed the syllabus that we will be focusing on, the syllabus that we will be covering, okay, the topics that we will be covering, and the topics that we will not be covering. Okay, so that we have already discussed in the Gate DA launch session. Okay, so that we have already done. So you can watch that video on the Go Classes YouTube channel. But quickly, Sachin is already telling you.
Right. So basically in linear algebra, actually we have covered almost everything from the linear algebra. Just this SVD, which is singular value decomposition, and maybe the definition of the vector space might not be explicitly covered. But yes, this has been covered indirectly, but not not like a formal topic. Okay, and these type of matrices have like projection matrix, orthogonal matrix has been covered, but this projection matrix and something like the partition matrix and their properties, these things has not been covered. Actually, these are a small topic, but if you want, you can read it. But we will just say that just focus on whatever we are teaching or whatever we are covering, because that itself will be more than 80%. Okay, in terms of the exam, it will be more than 80%. I mean, whatever they are going to ask will be mostly from what we are covering. Okay, because what we are not covering is actually less important. That is the reason we are not covering. Less important as per the gate point of view, gate DA point of view. Okay. So from the calculus, I think we have covered everything. This Taylor series has not been covered, but we will cover it. So that's why I'm not marking it. We will cover it because that's required for little bit of explanation for some of the concept from machine learning. So that's why we need to cover it. Okay. And otherwise, everything has already been covered. This optimization single variable, we will cover it. So we will cover everything in this calculation optimization. Right. So that's why I'm not marking here that what we will not cover, because whatever we are not covering, we are just marking it. Okay, Mohammed is asking when. It will be along the course. Okay, as we told you in the 15 days slot. So it will be covered along with the machine learning as and when it is required. So as and when the Taylor series is required, and at that time it will be covered. As and when, let's suppose, I mean, this optimization actually required for most of the machine learning. So it will be covered in in first of the few lectures. Okay, for the programming, this Python we will be covering, but the data structures that we have for the gate computer science, we will be giving it, and one or two topics from the data structure like linked list that is in the C. Otherwise, all the concepts from the data structure that we have, heap or everything, that just have pseudo codes. So that are not any language dependent. Okay. So we have heap and every other things like trees and all. So if you can see trees, hash table, these things are basically not language dependent. In fact, the algorithms that we have, the linear search, binary search, and every other algorithm, we may be having little bit here and there C syntax, but these are the concepts which are just conceptual things and not language dependent. So we have covered already in such a way in great computer science that we have not dependent these things on the language. We have covered the concepts. We have solved many questions in that. So that has already been extensively covered. Okay, that I mean I can say that at Go classes, this algorithm and data structure is actually one of my favorite course. So I have covered it very nicely already. It is just that programming in Python has not been covered, but we will cover it. So you can say that this will be covered completely. This will be covered completely. Similarly, linear algebra has almost covered. Just one or two topic has not been covered. Okay, so almost like this has already been covered. And again, this probability, in this probability, the hypothesis testing won't be covered. Okay. Like as you know that from the database, I think this warehousing we might not be able to cover. Other than the warehousing, everything else we have covered, which means ER model has been covered, relation model, relational algebra, tuple calculus, SQL, integrity constants, normal form, file organization, indexing, data types, data transformation like normalization. So basically, normalization has been covered. But this discretization sampling, Deepak, am I right? These
Yes,
has
yes.
not been
This
a part of
this
the.
basically this database management has been covered. The warehouse, these topics, I can say after the normalization, the topics that you can see. After normalization, the topics that you can see, those topics are not covered. As we told you in the launch session, in the Gate DA launch video, also we told you that these topics will not be covered. Okay. So, but we will, some students are asking the topics that we will not be covering. Okay, as we have already told you in the Gate DA launch session, we have already told you the topics that we will not be covering. So for those topics, we will provide you resources. Okay, so that you can go through. Okay, so that you can read. We will provide you the resources for those topics. Okay, so don't worry about that. We will provide you. But this is my suggestion, very honest suggestion. I want to tell you that whatever we are covering, because let me tell you, Sachin, please go to machine learning.
Yes.
So let me tell you that you can see this. Look at this. This is the main part of this your Gate DA. You know, this is the core part of your Gate DA course. In the Gate DA, this is the major chunk. And let me tell you that for next 3-4 months, okay, we will dedicate 4 months to this. You can see. So you can just imagine that for next 3 or 4 months, this machine learning will be taught. Okay, so you can just imagine at I can say the knowledge that you will get. I can say all the topics from the scratch, from the basics, in depth. Okay, in detail, you will study all these topics. So this is our primary goal. This machine learning, this syllabus that you can see. Okay, I think if you think about it, I think this is the 40% syllabus of Gate DA. If you just see the paragraph, the big paragraph. Okay, so this is going to be our main focus. Okay, so that is the reason, as I'm saying, that the topics that we will not be covering, for those topics we will provide you the resources. But this is a but in capitals. I want to tell you that please understand all the concepts that we are covering. Whatever we are covering, if you understand that, okay, if you understand that nicely, as Vishal also told you, you understand, Arpan also told you that the concepts that you are learning, you understand those concepts. Okay, you should have clear, correct, and complete understanding of those concepts. So then I can guarantee that you will top the this Gate D exam. Okay, so this is my suggestion to you, that focus on covering whatever we are providing to you. Okay.
Right. Because actually we think that if even if you just focus on whatever we are providing, then it will just eat up all of your time. You might be thinking that okay, you will be getting time to study some other resources, but it is very rare. Reason is that because the syllabus itself is very vast. Like just imagine that suppose as a student you have time, okay, to study from some other resource. Then who is stopping us to teach that if the time is available? right? So why we are not teaching is because of the time. So if we are not having time, so most probably, just from the experience, you can trust us, right, that most probably you might not also be having the time. So I'm like, we are not saying that don't study that. We are just saying that first study whatever we are providing. That's what we are saying. Okay, I hope.
One more thing I want to say is that, see, if if our target is to cover the syllabus, then we can do that. Okay, we can cover the entire gate da syllabus in 4 months. Okay, so we can give you some promise that yes, the entire gate da syllabus will be covered in 4 months. We can do that. Okay, yes, that can be done. Okay, but let me tell you, you just think about it. On one hand, we are covering this machine learning for 3 or 4 months. On one hand, we are covering the entire gate D syllabus in 4 months. So you can just think on which side you are getting the actual correct knowledge. Okay, so and on which side you are getting the surface, I can say just pseudo, or I can say fake knowledge, I can say. Okay, so remember, uh, it is possible that in 4 months, on the surface level, just quickly do some theoretical, okay, not go into depth, okay, not go into the mathematics, and just quickly do this for formality, you can say. Okay, so that can be done, a formality can be done, but I am telling you that that formality will not bring you rank. If you want a top rank, formality, for formality, if you are covering the entire syllabus, that will not bring you the rank. Okay, if you want a top rank, then you need understanding, a correct understanding. So this is the reason we are focusing. Whatever we will cover very nicely. Let me tell you very nicely. It's not a surface level knowledge we will give you. Okay, that is the reputation of go classes, I think. So students who are joining go classes, they are already joining because they are expecting, they have some expectation that yeah, in go classes at least we will study nicely with proof. Okay, in depth we will study. Okay, we will not get, I can say, surface level knowledge. Okay, so that is the expectation you have from go classes, and that is the expectation we will deliver. Okay, so that is the reason I am saying that, as I told you, whatever we will cover, you understand that. Okay, you understand that. If you understand whatever we are covering, if you understand that, you will bring the top rank in the gate exam. You will bring the flood of gate toppers. I can say that I am very confident. Okay, so just understand everything that we are covering, understand that nicely, and bring a flood. This is my request to you. Okay, next year when the gate da result comes, then it should be a flood of toppers from go classes, from your batch.
Right. Okay, so coming to the next slide, I think we have covered this. Okay, so AI we might not be able to cover, as we mentioned before also. Okay, so I think this is pretty much from our side. If there is any question, you can definitely let us know. So someone is asking that will you be providing the test series? Okay, the test series or the practice question or these things. So it like test series, we might not be able to launch full-fledged test series, but we are not promising it. Okay, no promise. So again, so I'm just saying it. There is no promise for that, but we will provide for 2 to 3, at least three full length, at least three full length, and maybe it may go to 5 also. Okay, at least 3 full length test we will try to provide.
Mock test, just like the gate da paper,
Yeah, full length
65
mock.
questions, just like a gate paper. I can say mock test will be provided to you. At least 3 mock tests we will try to provide to you. Okay, of course, see, one thing is very clear, that we will try to provide you as many gate relevant questions as possible from the standard resources. Okay, many of you already know about go classes reputation, that we provide in the gate computer science also. We provide questions from standard resources. Okay, we will provide you question from NPTEL, from Stanford, Berkeley. Okay, from the top colleges and from the popular books, from the, I can say, standard books. So those standard questions we will try to provide you as many as possible. Okay, that is our, I can say, that is our responsibility. So we will collect the gate relevant questions from many resources, and we will try to provide you as many as possible. For the test series, we cannot promise you right now. This is only the thing that we can tell you right now.
Yes, right. So I think we have answered most of the question. If there is anything else, just please let us know. Yes, from 1st of September, online classes will start. Yes, that's true.
Sachin, Ronak is asking, we will be getting recording of data structure.
Yes, yes. So recorded session of the data structures, we have put many of the practice questions and we have solved them in the live session. So you will be getting all of the recordings. I mean, there are many data structures questions that we have already solved in the class. So you will be getting all of those recorded sessions. Yes.
So many. Yes, Sachin.
Yes, yes. So Mahabit was asking about the algorithm. Yes, algorithm also you will be getting. Everything you will be getting, whatever is overlapping with the gate computer science.
See, machine learning and optimization. These topics, machine learning, the entire machine learning, optimization, and Taylor series. These topics will be taught live. Also Python. Okay. So Python. Okay. Let me just tell you Python, optimization, machine learning, the complete machine learning, and Taylor series. These four topics, these will be taught live. Okay. The remaining all the topics, the remaining all the subjects will be provided to you in the recorded format, including the aptitude. Okay. We will provide the aptitude course also in the next, I can say, I think in the next couple of days, we will provide you the aptitude course also. So I can say, as I told you, other than these four topics that I told you, other than that, every subject will be provided to you. The recorded course will be provided to you. You can watch it according to, I can say, according to your plan, according to your schedule. Okay.
Yes, right. And Python. Okay. And here you will be getting linear algebra, probability, calculus, database management, and data structures, algorithms. Right. And we might not be able to cover AI and very little portion of.
Kusi is asking, Sachin or Deepak sir, will you not teach any subject? Of course, we will teach data structure, algorithm, linear algebra, probability, calculus. These topics are taught by Sachin sir. Okay. So you can already, Kusi, did you watch engineering mathematics? We have already uploaded engineering mathematics in the GATE DA course, in the GATE DA package. So did you watch it? So you can see these courses: probability, linear algebra, data structure, algorithm. Okay, these courses are taught by Sachin sir. Database DBMS is taught by me. And in the AI also, you can see in the artificial intelligence, Sachin, that artificial intelligence, can you go there? So there is one topic. There are actually two topics. These we will be covering actually. Sachin, logic, predicate logic, this complete, like logic, propositional logic, predicate logic. Okay, so these three topics actually we will provide you. Okay, so it's not like complete AI is not taught. At least these topics, propositional logic, predicate logic. Okay, these topics will be provided to you. Okay, if you watch these topics, I can guarantee. Actually, let me tell you one thing. If you study any artificial intelligence course, any artificial intelligence book, if you study, the first chapter will be this. The first chapter will be predicate logic, first order logic, propositional logic. Okay, so definitely in the GATE DA exam, definitely at least one question will come from this topic. That is I am very sure. Okay, at least one question, or I can say at least 2 marks guaranteed from predicate logic, propositional logic. Okay, so from this logic, guaranteed 2 marks will come in the GATE DA. That is my guarantee to you. That topic will be taught to you. Okay, so for that topic we will provide you the course. Basically that topic will be provided to you. Recorded lectures of that topic will be provided.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the summary that what we are covering and what we are not covering. Okay. So I think we have answered all of the questions. If there is any other question, you can definitely reach out to us on the Telegram group, or you can directly message us.
Sachin, do you want to give some like suggestion, or do you want to address students? What is your suggestion? How should they approach this course?
Yeah, okay, sure. So this is a good question, I will say. If you allow me, then I can just take 2-3 minutes to answer this. So basically, okay, I can give you one example. So just see here. See, this course, as obviously all of you know, that this is a machine learning course, right? So here you will be learning the mathematics. Now, okay, don't mind me saying it, that here you will be basically dealing with the mathematics, and it might be little unconventional to you. So I'm not I say I'm not afraiding you, or in no way I'm afraiding you. So we are here to help you, but you should be just open minded. Okay, so let me just tell you one thing, that we will be covering everything from the scratch, but this, since this course will be little okay, so again I'm not afraiding you, this is little challenging compared to any other gate course, like especially about the gate computer science. So you just be open in that, which means that if you have any doubt, there will be doubts in the class, definitely there will be doubts in the class. So if you have any doubt, then please feel free to Google. Okay, we are here to help you, don't think that we are not here to help you, but we are encouraging you, I'm strongly suggesting you to resolve your doubts by your own. And whenever you are googling, then at that time you will see that okay, there are many things that are there available obviously on the internet. At that time you may also get lost, I mean you may not be able to find the answer, which is perfectly fine. I mean which means that if you are having any doubt, maybe it is possible that you are not able to solve your doubt, but that is worth doing it. So whenever you have doubt, just Google it out. This is one thing. Now I will suggest you that, see, machine learning is little vast. Okay, so I will suggest you that don't divert from the syllabus, which means whatever we are teaching, don't go and read some random articles, because you will find whenever you Google it out, you will find many random articles. So I will strongly suggest you that don't watch random videos, don't go to the random articles, because there are high chances that you may got lost. Because this is I'm telling you from my own experience. So when I started learning machine learning, so I think initial 1 or 2 months was very much vague to me, because I was not able to connect the dots with the things. So that's why what I used to do, I used to find on the Google. And obviously that was the ISC course, that was very challenging. But here it won't be that much challenging compared to ISC course. Still I'm suggesting you that don't read random articles, it may just penalize you. So focus on the videos for the initial 1 or 2 months. At least just focus on the videos, learn whatever we are teaching. Okay, just have some patience. Initially means for 5 or 10 days you might not be having enough material to just revise the notes, so that is okay. But just be consistent and just be focused in whatever we are teaching. You will get a chance to explore, but for that you should be having enough knowledge. And maybe I can say after 1 or 2 months, or maybe 3 months, okay, after 2 or 3 months you will be having enough knowledge to explore, then you do. But okay, then but before that, just focus on our methods, our reference material. If instructor is referring something, and if he is suggesting that you can read this paragraph from that book or that article, then you do it. But don't do it too much from your side. You may get lost, because this is the nature of the subject. Okay, so Navjot is asking that what is the ideal way of watching the lectures? Should we take notes along with the live classes? Yes, you should be able to take the notes. So it is a best way if you are having time. So just take the notes.
Actually, we will be providing the annotated notes. Sachin, you
Yes,
can
yes.
mention that.
Okay, yeah. So those who are very much new, which means those who have not seen our GATE computer science course yet, either linear algebra, probability, or any other course. So basically, we will provide annotated notes. Okay, which means whatever we are writing on the screen, that particular PDF will be provided to you. So if you want, you can also refer to that. I hope you guys have understood that what does this annotated notes mean. So whatever we are writing on the screen currently, that will be provided to you as a PDF form. Okay. You can also have your own notes. If you want to not have your own notes, you can skip having your own notes also. Okay. Yeah. So that is suggestion from my side, that don't get too much lost in the internet. Okay. So that's the only suggestion I will give to start with.
So I think we have covered all the doubts, all the queries. I can see. I don't see anything that we did not cover. So I think we have covered everything that students are asking. So um,
Yes,
okay.
we
So
can, I think, wind up.
now Pragati and Arpan, if you have something to say, then you can.
So I'm good, Deepak, and we'll meet you in the class.
Okay. Okay.
All the best for your preparation.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone. So I think I can see that there is no more doubt. I think all your doubts have been answered, and of course there is our private group. Okay, in that private group also you can ask your doubts. Okay, so I'm very excited that from 1st September your machine learning journey will start. Vishal will start the course. Okay, from 1st September, Vishal sir will start teaching you machine learning. Okay, and I'm really very excited. Okay, so I will also watch the lectures along with you. You can discuss those doubts with me also. Okay, so most probably I will also follow this Gate DA course. Okay, as much as possible I will also try to follow this course, because I am really excited to learn from Pragati, as I told you. Okay, so Pragati, Vishal, Arpan, I know these people from my ISC time. Okay, so I'm also very excited to learn from these three. Okay, so uh, Sachin, will you follow?
Yes, obviously. Yes, because it is of my interest, so definitely. Yes.
So actually, I will also watch the lectures as much as possible. I will also watch from 1st September. I will also watch the lectures of Vishal sir, Arpan sir, Pragati. Okay, so all these things. So okay, I'm very excited. Let's see. Okay, I hope you all are excited. One thing I want to tell you very honestly, from my heart, I want to tell you that we will teach you from our heart. We will not do formality. Okay, everything we will teach you from our heart. Means if we are thinking that you should know this much content, we will give you that much content. It's not like okay, for formality itna de do yaar. Okay, thoda formality kar lo, iski definition formula de do, ho gaya. Okay, no. If we are thinking that this is the content, this much content you should understand for a particular topic, we will provide you that content. Okay, so we will not do any formality. We have never done formality in our Gate Computer Science course also. You can ask, see, you can always get some criticism. Some students will do the some students will tell you our pros and cons. Okay, so you can always find pros and cons, but one thing you will always find is we never do formality. Everything in every subject, in every course, we teach with our heart. We give you all the content we think you should know. Okay, the same thing we have done in linear algebra. I think if you watch the linear algebra course, I think Sachin has already given one example of machine learning. Sachin modeled some example. I think you have already given, right, in the linear algebra.
Yes, there are many examples in linear algebra probability we keep on giving.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm very excited. I hope you also I can say you are also excited. Okay, so let's see you on 1st September in the first live class by Vishal sir for machine learning. Okay, thank you everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.